Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome back to VEDA Gaming. Today we're taking a look at Legrand Legacy, Tale of the Fate Bounds. This is an RPG. You'll have to kind of ignore the controller prompts because I'm using a strange foreign controller for the game, and it doesn't seem to like that very much. If you have an Xbox controller, it'll work just fine, and I think you can use keyboard and mouse, but I haven't actually tried it with that, so I don't know how well that'll do, but I actually prefer playing jRPG styled like this with a controller. It just makes life a lot easier. So let's go ahead and click New Game. It'll take us into a cinematic, which I'll be quiet during, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Okay, we've got combat now, so I can kind of cut out of that. But we will have more cinematics in the very near future. We've got to do a little of a battle tutorial right now. You'll notice some things special. Now, I should note that I have fixed key for combat, which means that it's going to be the same key every single time for me. That reduces the experience I get from battle. You can still grind up pretty easily, so it's not that big of a deal. But I use it because my controller's mapping is weird in this game for some reason, and it just doesn't like the buttons that I press, and I can't mentally equate the X button to the B button and the Y button to the A button and all of this other stuff. It doesn't compute while I'm playing, and I don't want to sit there and memorize it. But I do have it set to be random location on the wheel. That gives me a little bonus experience, so we'll see how that kind of goes. As far as how far we're going in, yeah, you can see that my input is a bit weird. But you want to generally land it in that little yellow area. And we're going to go ahead and finish, so let's go ahead and attack. This is going to be our tutorial for combat. We're going to get some more. I'm going to take us through the desert area, so let's go ahead and attack Mr. Happy here. We're going to go ahead and aim for it. There we go. He's going to do a little bit of damage to us, and we're going to do decent damage to him. So, ugh, he's too strong, but I can't back down now. I've got to win this fight. I must focus on his attacks, so we've got more tutorial. We've got guarding. Characters' AP will recharge when they defend. Every character has an innate passive defensive skill. And when your character guards, you have to press the indicated button on the correct time, shown to gain defensive bonuses. So if you get perfect, it does a lot more good than otherwise. So let's go into miscellaneous guard, and we got a perfect on that one. So that means we should possibly counter him. There we go. Deal some counter damage back. Oh no! Let's just go ahead and keep guarding. Good. That's going to just reduce the damage, unfortunately. Yeah, lovely. So we could attack him as well. Ah, I'm terrible at the timing on this. If you get a certain number of them in a row, you can actually do a lot of good with it. So he's going to use a very powerful ability that's going to probably kill us. Yeah, 3,000 damage. Oh, you can get overpowered later, but cinematic. But yeah, that's the introduction cinematics. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. The cinematics, I think, are going to be relatively short throughout most of the game. I've only done a little bit of the game. I've done the initial little area to get used to the controls, because it's a bit of a unique jRPG kind of styled game. You may notice that it's got control scheme with that little circle, similar to Shadow Hearts, but that's kind of where the similarity there ends. It borrows from a lot of, not necessarily mainstream, old RPGs that were on like consoles and stuff like that. It borrows some little things from Suikoden. It borrows a little bit from Shadow Hearts, like I mentioned. It borrows some from, well, not necessarily Final Fantasy, but it does have some positioning things like that, where you have front and back row. It does not have a speed factor, though. So, you worthless piece of... I would think he's worth more alive than dead. No? What? Who are you? It's the voice in your head. Moonrater, you're talking inside my head. Doesn't matter. What's more important is that I want to buy that kid from you. You want to buy this trash? Deal or no deal? Fine, deal. Why would you want this useless slave anyway? It's no longer your concern. He's mine now. Norns and imbeciles belong together, old fool. Yeah. This is the guy that's our savior, and he's going to hopefully help us just a little bit. Okay, so what are you going to tell us? Everything hurts. How do you feel, boy? Like a train just ran me over. Can we proceed? There you go. Thank you for saving me. I didn't save you. I hired you. You're inside my head. It hurts. Why you're talking inside my head? Of course, I'm a Norn. Don't worry. I'm the pure kind. You don't know? Never mind then. The voice inside your head is mine. My apologies for the pain. You'll get used to it soon. Okay, I'll try, Master. Now, I hired you to be my guard. I need you to help me cross the Rajas Desert. You want me to be your guard, but I'm just a slave. You don't hire a sellsword instead. You defeated the champion with one clean cut. That was quite impressive. I don't know how I did it. You don't? That's interesting. Don't worry, I have faith in you to be able to do it in time of need. We just met. How can you trust me like that? I just do. I'm afraid you'll have to trust me. Now, if you could show a little gratitude, will you help this old man who rescued you from the brink of death? Yes, of course. I am sorry, Master. Call me Ghetto. Yes, Master Ghetto. Well, I guess that works too. Now, let's get going to the main street of Teldo Street. This is kind of what the towns are going to be like. You have various people wandering around them. You can talk to them. Don't dare cause any trouble in Telharan, unless you want your head on a stake. Yeah, we got kind of possessed by these people, and they basically owned us, so... And you have a little bit of travel around town kind of thing. This is growing in common, like, I'm trying to think of the way to phrase that, growing in how common it is in RPGs currently, the little, like, navigation via little tabs, and I think that's been borrowed from a few games. A few games actually did this in the past as well, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. I actually prefer walking around the village, but you do get to do it for a little bit. Quite a trip. Any journey through the Rajas Desert is likely to prove deadly for those who travel unprepared. Well, there is another route, but the Rajas is the fastest, and that's one we'll be taking, as we must arrive in Shapur as soon as possible. So be wary, extra preparation is necessary. I'll try the outside world, huh? Still hesitant, aren't you? Perhaps you consider lending your services as an act of returning the favor to this old man. Do you really have faith in me? What if I'm not strong enough? Boy, I look not only for power, but heart too. You defeated the champion, yet you did not kill him. You have no cruelty in you, a rare trait in this ruthless world. Thank you, Master Ghetto. Thank you much for saving me. I did it out of necessity. No need to be grateful. Now I want you to get my order from the blacksmith. What order, Master? It's for you, boy. Get it, and you'll find out. I'll be waiting by the entrance. Go to the blacksmith and get yourself some equipment. Pouch of dinar. Thanks, Master Gato. We have a little bit of information over here. How you doing? Hey, you. Are you talking to me? Yeah, you dimwit. Have a little more confidence, boy. Anyway, I saw you wandering around here before, but you had some old man with you. Want to tell me what's going on? Well, I suppose it's not a big deal, actually. We just started traveling together. He freed me. It's kind of sad that you got freed in these desperate times. The world's crumbling. People are selfish and cruel. Kindness is a thing of the past. Would you please tell me more? I don't know anything about this place. Tell you anything you want to know. What is this place? We're in Telharan, the biggest city of slave owners in Tarragon. Indeed, this place is well known for folk who advocate practice slavery, but they also have slave kills. They also have slaves kill each other in the arena for entertainment. Some of those sick bastards even gamble on that stuff too. I experienced that myself. How horrible. Horror and tragedy are everything Legrand has to offer nowadays. Ask away, I'll tell you anything you want to know. Why do they sell slaves here? Dinar, obviously. The city thrives on the slave trade. Unfortunately, it's completely legal here, which is why it's such a common occurrence. But why are they willing to spend so much just to have their slaves get killed in the arena? Not all the slaves are bought to be slaughtered. Some of them are actually used as servants, they run errands and do other dirty jobs. The more attractive ones are bought to do extra services, if you know what I mean. Yes, unfortunately, some of the luckier ones get freed by their masters, but that's hardly common. Okay, so yeah, what is Legrand? We actually have to go through these. Lear, considering himself to be a god amongst men, worked together with the Aosis, otherworldly beings, and repelled the invasion, but you can't exactly call them worthy of their heroic tales. Just take a look around. They failed to restore the land. Its current state is just the epilogue of a story filled with tragedy. You should keep your eyes and your mind open. Always judge for yourself, and then perhaps one day you'll comprehend what I've said to you. Askway, oh, we can actually leave this. Okay. Who are you? Okay. Ask away and I'll tell... Oh, you won't tell us who you are. End the conversation. Do you even believe anything I said? Why shouldn't I? Were you not telling the truth? Okay. You should judge for yourself whether you should believe my words or not. Okay. You are one intriguing person. Finn. Finn? Do you mean Finn like from Phineas, but don't have the blonde hair? I don't think much about it. Let's see your hands. My what? Received a useless nut. A nut? Yes, a nut. Now, you better get going. Keep it until we meet again. So, yes, there are nuts that you gather in this game that guy wants back later. But let's go ahead and head on to the market. And I believe what we're going to need to grab... Let's see if we can actually find anything here. I know where the guy that I'm supposed to go to is. It's going to be that one right there. Okay, so he's going to tell us that we need an item that he can't make the things with it. Okay. And he lost it, so we actually need to go find it somewhere. I think it's in one of these, like, little barrels or crates or something. Oh, I see it. There we go. We got it from that little chest. It's basically just a foraging item. I'm not going to talk to too many of the NPCs. They do actually have a wide variety of dialogue, and we do have 0 money, so that sucks. Remove Flamatone. Okay, it wasn't actually that difficult. You're a lifesaver. The stone has finally returned to its rightful owner. Thought I'd lost it for good. After all that hard work I had to go through to get this thing, you'd think the thief would be so clumsy. Oh, wait, did you say you just stole it? Forget about it. I'm putting it to better use anyway. Let me make that sword and armor you wanted. Boom. He's going to go ahead and make it and give it to us, and we're going to be able to return to our master, get all kinds of amazing things. I don't know why it's taking so long. Oh, because I'm recording. And it's done. It's nice and shiny. Here, take these. Light, and they look sturdy, too. Of course they are. Perhaps the best in the city, so what do you name them? Not much arms enthusiast. Okay, fine, I'll help you with that. Almase Blade and Steel Savior Armor. Okay. Okay, should I pay you for naming them? Nah, don't worry. We'll call it part of the service. What are you going to do with them? Leaving the side. Okay. My master said we were going to Shapur through the Rajas Desert. You okay? The Rajas Desert is dangerous, full of horrifying beasts, and there are those bandits calling themselves Rampoks. They're even worse. Okay. Many people know where Shapur is, actually. From what I've heard, you can just follow the northern route and you're sure to find it. It's a long way, but you'll get a much higher chance of not getting buried in sand or heat stroke or ending up at some scavenger's dinner. Okay, well, better go down swinging then, right? Off you go. Okay, yay! Go, don't make the master wait too long. I don't think we have... Yeah, we don't have any actual money from that. Otherwise, I would probably be buying some of this stuff to heal in the desert. Because the desert is an unforgiving place. They aren't joking. I mean, it's still the tutorial area, but... Let's go ahead and go to the entrance. And find our old man. Come, ride a Ragamush for 50 dinar. Yeah, no. We're not going to be able to. Yes, Matter Gato, but I got the equipment for free. What did you do to earn such a privilege? Just help the blacksmith find something. Okay, he must be a generous man. Now, why don't you try it on? Looks too much for a slave like me. Are you sure you want me to have it? I paid the man so you can have you be my guard. You can hardly fight off bandits or defend me from danger when you only wear underwear, can you? Yeah. Please forgive. Okay, we're going to swap over our clothes. It's going to take half a second, and ba-bum. How does it feel? Fits perfectly. Thank you, Master. Excellent. Now we're... Okay, Master, the blacksmith told me something. Rajas dangerous. Okay. We should take the Gorayas route instead. He says farther, but safer the way to find Shapur. Yes, he's right, but there's no time to waste, boy. Now we must get going. Okay. 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 The dinar you gave me. Keep it. You might need it sooner or later. Okay. Move on. Oh, 1,000 dinar. Ghetto joined the party, and we leave. Oh, actually, we don't leave just yet. I don't know why we can't just use one of these to cross the desert. But there is quite the line, I guess. But let's continue on. I shouldn't need the potions for this little bit of an episode, so let's go ahead and go to the world map, and voila! We can travel around on the world map. It's a little bit awkward feeling, but there's the Rajas Desert. If we come over here, should tell us the other route, I think. Or does it not? No, it doesn't actually tell us the other route. Okie dokie, the Haran. I don't know why I feel the urge to say those with such a weird accent. It just kind of works. So we've got to go through the Rajas Desert to get to where our master wants to go, which is the next village. And I do love that these are like matte painted almost. And well, actually, I think they might be matte painted, just slightly animated. But we have some like demon shaped trees and stuff like that. A bunch of bones and ribs. It's blazing hot. Yes, it is. We can't stay for long. The heat would eventually kill us. Bloodstone shards and crossbone. They'll help you survive in the desert. Yay. And we have tutorial. So we can actually equip those on our gear. So there's some little vulture-like guys. Clouthers. Don't need to worry about them. They won't attack us. Yes, they will. Clouthers are scavengers. They only eat corpses and carrion. By the time you need to be concerned about them, it'll be too late. I see. Then I'll try my best not to worry about them. Okay. And let's see. You can save anywhere as long as there are no enemies. Safe areas are marked with the save icon in the top right corner of the screen. Some dungeons have traps that will harm the party when triggered. Pay attention to your surroundings and what others tell you about them. For example, the scorching heat in Ross Desert will gradually decrease the party's HP as indicated by a flashing red screen. Lovely. But let's go ahead and character you. Do we have level up on you? No, we don't have any attribute points. So let's see, inventory. And we can go ahead and assign that to him, and we can actually put it in a slot. So now we have that in a slot. We can do crossbone shard on him as well. Assign that to that slot. And then we now can use those in battle, should we decide to basically, you know, do that. So I'm not going to bother saving just yet. And we've got an enemy there. And why is that not displaying his text? Oh, game, why you start breaking on me now when I'm recording? He tells us about the enemies, and then we can actually, you know, like, encounter them. I'm kind of wondering why it decided to start breaking like that. I may need to reinstall. Because it was working just fine the first time I played it, so yay. A monster? Don't worry, Master, I will protect you. Calm down, boy. Sorajuns are tough opponents. You'll never be able to defeat them with just your sword. How are we supposed to kill it? I know a way. Cover me, boy. Don't worry, Master, you're safe with me. So, we've got a tutorial. Okay, previous. Actually, want to go back to previous. You can place your characters in front or at the back. Characters in front have higher attack. Those at the back have higher defense. Units at the back can only be attacked by range, special skills, or when all units in the front are wiped out. Melee fighters cannot attack their position in the back. Okay. So you need to go to miscellaneous, move, and we're going to move you back behind him. And you are going to miscellaneous guard. That's good. So you're going to try to protect him. He's going to take a little bit of damage. It's not too bad. So what's the trick, Master? Feel the elements around you, boy. I don't get it, Master. Just clear your mind and observe the enemy. I'll show you how it works, but you need to protect me. All right, Master. Okay, watch this, boy. And it's going to tell us how to... Every enemy class has a class that determines its strengths and weaknesses. Normal, flying, anti-physical, anti-magic. You also have elements, which give you various strengths and weaknesses. Choose the attack that the enemy is weak against for higher damage. I'm not going to have that memorized right now, so... The grimoires do not cost mana. I'll explain the spell system real quick. Spell system, basically, every turn, everybody does an action. You have certain characters that are going to attack, like, normal attack will go first, but grimoires will go last. Let's go ahead and do a water geyser. And I think we can, if I can figure out the... yeah, we can go over to... button there. Okay, info. We can look at the various enemies. And see their resist, their weaknesses. He's weak versus fire, he's weak versus water. So if we want to damage him, we'll use fire. If we want to damage him, we'll use water. So I want to damage him, so let's go ahead and use fire. Let's go Grimoire, Fireball against you. And you are going to do a guard. That's good, not great. And just good on you too. Okay, so you're just going to guard him. Hopefully he didn't get interrupted. Boom! Massive damage in the weak point. What's on? What was that, Master? It's called Grimoire. Can I do that too? Can I use Grimoire too, Master? You're like a child. Of course, everyone can. You just need a little practice. It's not that difficult. Yes, Master. I'll keep practicing so I can protect you on this journey. Ah, that's the spirit, boy. So you need to do Grimoire Water. And you need to go ahead and just guard again. Ah, that was bad. That was terrible. And that was still terrible. If you get bad enough, you'll actually miss. Just so you know, it's not going to do a bunch of damage. So we can just go ahead and attack. Boom. And boom. And we interrupted him as well. Sweet. I think it was the side effect of the perfect. But we shall see. But we get a little bit of experience, you level up, and you can actually use stat points to gather skills. The next grimoire you can get is on 13 strength, which is Heat Slash. You can get Strengthen as well. We need 5 luck and 13 vitality, so we could get that with this as well. You have Weaken, which is 10 luck and 15 agility, which we don't have the stuff for. Agility and intelligence, and you can go down and it'll tell you which skills you can get. So let's go ahead and go with boom, and get Strengthen. Yes. Learned Strengthen. Yay, we now have a buff that gives us a stronger attack. So enemies all look like these little floating dark eyes, and if you come up behind them, you actually get an ambush. So you get basically a free turn. So they're stunned for a turn, and you can do whatever you need to get rid of them. So we're going to go ahead and let's attack you. And you're going to do a Grimoire Water on him. Boom. And boom. Oh, we got 2 perfects. If I can get 1 more perfect in a row, I get an achievement. Yay. And I don't think we're going to get the opportunity to do that in this battle, but yippee-ki-yay. There you go. We dealt a decent amount of damage. We got some experience off of that. 69. Woo. I'm not going to try to fight everything, but let's go ahead and demonstrate an environmental hazard. If you go ahead and drop down here, you'll end up going underground, and let's sneak up on him because we don't want him sneaking up on us. They can ambush you. If they come up behind you, they get the first attack and you get ambushed. So don't be running away from things. It's not a wise idea. Let's go ahead and attack you because that's the only one we can attack. And you are going to go with a Grimoire on... Let's go with Fireball on the back guy. And, oh, I missed that one. Yay, a perfect at least. I don't know if we actually hit her. Oh, we did! Yay! That's sweet. That means we should be able to take these guys out in 1 turn. Before they actually get a chance to do anything. That's not going to be a thing throughout the entire game. Unless you really, really grind. We got a few loots from that. And he is aware of us, so if we back off... He'll lose interest. Hopefully he'll turn around. If you have patience, you can get them to turn around and then just ambush them again. This is pretty much how the combat route goes. So now we have 2 enemies. Let's go ahead and attack you. Yeah. And since Grimoire doesn't cost mana, Water Geyser on... Actually, not Water Geyser. Fire. Grimoire, Fireball... You. And I think whenever they're weak against it, it actually shows up as red rather than the white. So that's another indicator that you can use to actually tell if they're weak against something without having to go into that menu. So let's go there. Perfect. Almost. Not enough to kill this guy, probably. Oh, no, we got it. Sweet. Boom. No 1-turn victory there. But we should be able to take this guy down relatively easily. Just goods and goods. Goodbye, you little fool. And unfortunately, you don't heal after each battle. But if you do die, you come back with 1 life. And we got a bunch of like crafting materials over there. Crafting materials are useful. Let's see. We want to go ahead and get... Let's see. Strength 15 would be the next big thing. But we also need to get intelligence to get heat arc. Ah, that sucks. Let's go ahead and do that. Yes. Learned Heat Slash. So now we have 2 Grimoire skills. We go into our inventory, Grimoire on him, and you can set them to different things. As you get them, they automatically apply, so you don't have to worry about it too much. It's there. I don't want you looking at me. Stop looking at me. Okay, we'll kill your little friend first. I need to get out of this little desert area so I can actually show you guys outside as well. There's save point kind of things, like healing points. They're basically little wells that give you a restore. A restore? Yes, a restore. And we'll go ahead and fireball you. Good. And if you can get 3 perfects in a row, I think it's an achievement, but oh, that's what I meant by, oh darn, we missed. But yeah, that is a very hard target to hit. So we're going to go ahead and attack you. Grimoire, Fireball, not strong about it. Grimoire, Lightning, not weak against it. What about Earth? Nope. Are you weak against water? You are weak against nothing. So I'm going to go with Lightning Strike since we haven't seen it yet. Good. Good. Oh, we probably missed again. Ouch. Nope, we connected. And we didn't get to see lightning, because lightning would occur after the attacks. That's why Grimoires are not necessarily your best choice. Even though they're going to do more damage, they also have the issue of, hey, we're doing our ability last, so yuck situation. And if we come back up here, it's going to take us back to the area where we were. We need to run past these guys. And we can get little sparklies. If you hit the little skeletons, you can get like crossbone shards and items off of them. They're around places. This is like a halfway mark. What is that? Master Giddo, what is wrong? I'm a monster. I swear I just saw giant wings. Where? Up there in the sky. I see nothing, boy. My eyes are playing tricks on you. But it was enormous. How could you miss it? Perhaps the desert heat is starting to affect your mind. We really should hurry. And here is a checkpoint. Go ahead and touch it. That is your restoration points. I feel refreshed. That is energy in its purest form, leaking from Legrand itself. Leaking? That does not sound like a good thing. It's a good thing for us, but not for Legrand. It wasn't always like this. The Great War, it tipped the balance of the universe. It was a full-scale assault on our universe, boy. We don't have time to discuss it now. But if it's leaking, shouldn't somebody seal that pipe? Shouldn't they? Shouldn't they? For now, we should just use this to advantage and get going. This is actually a good part for me to mention something that bothers me. Watch their heads for just a minute. Notice the sway. The sway is the same. Yes, they have this, whatever script they use for the character animations in the chat screens has them synced up. I think it would be a little bit better if they desynced it just a little bit. But it's already a release game. It's just a minor change that kind of catches me off guard, and the way they sway bothers me ever so slightly. You just look for this light, it'll help you regain strength. I understand, sir. But I think that's a good little bit of a sample of the game so far. Later on, you do get a lady with a bow that is kind of more of a piercing kind of character. You lose the mage guy eventually. It's kind of a duh for like situational situations. And as you sit here long enough, it actually zooms out and gives you a little bit of information about the area. You can pause. You can open menu. You can save. Woo. You can see I already have the auto save right there. And I think I have another save floating around here with what's her face, but nope, it went away. I guess I must have only had the auto save of her, so I lost my save game. That sucks. Unless, nope, didn't have anything. You do have a journal that tells you what's going on. Recipes, we don't have any. You got side quests, you got main objective, and you have tutorial information. You can set your formation, like your default formation in here. You can say move him over 1. You can only have, I believe, 3 party members at once. And you can actually look at your character's equipment. As far as the actual like equipment part of it, let's go ahead and go to him. And let's see. Confirm. Let's see. I believe you can upgrade their... Whenever you upgrade their weapons, yeah, it upgrades all of their equipment, and you do that through a blacksmith kind of thing. They're just straight upgrades. There's no, like, side grades, which kind of disappointed me a little bit. But the combat system is good. It's stable. I'm kind of wondering why they decided to go with a turn, like, everybody takes their turn at once situation rather than an ATB. I actually prefer ATBs. For this kind of game, but that one isn't bad. It works pretty well. We've been going on for like a good 30 minutes here, so I should probably cut it off there. How I wanted to show more things and possibly a boss fight, but we wouldn't hit a boss fight soon enough for it to matter, so yeah, I would have to take it like into an hour-long episode. The bosses get interesting and the bosses get hard, and you will have to grind to get through them. But yeah, I like that there's environmental things that you can investigate. You can fall down into little holes in the ground. You can run through these, but it's not always the best of ideas. If we run up here, you can see that the enemy is kind of unaffected by that stuff. So yeah, you can see that once he spots me, he's going to come charging towards me. Let's see if we can get into where he's ambushing us. Oh, we got away. Sweet. Kind of surprised by that. And here's our little cave. Oh, it's getting dark. We should rest for the night. But you said we need to get to Shapur as fast as... The Rajas is even more dangerous than night. Better not risk it. Yeah, we've got to rest. But, anyway, I'm going to call that an episode. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time on VEDA Gaming, whenever we'll look at yet another interesting game that's new, old, whatever. 30 games, 30 days. It's a challenge.